welcome to your virtual chair yoga class. Feel free to put some yoga music on in the background if you wish. Otherwise, we'll get straight into the practice. Make sure you're in a nice, quiet environment, whether you're in a class or on your own, and find yourself a very comfortable position in your chair. Just resting your back against the back of the chair, feet on the floor if you can, hands are resting in the lap, wherever's comfortable for you. And we're just going to begin to close down the eyes. If you feel comfortable to do so, if not, just take the gaze down towards the floor. And with the eyes closed, we're just going to start the practice with 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, all the way to the top, and exhale through the mouth. You can make that a sigh if you wish. Inhale through the nose, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. And just let the breathing return to normal. As we bring that focus now to the body, just feel that weight of the body into the chair. Feel that contact between the chair and your body. Feel the contact between your feet and the ground. Your hands in your lap. And the clothes on your skin. Just let the mind rest there for a moment or two as you become aware of the body and your surroundings. We're going to take a body scan, starting at the top of the head. Just scan all the way down the body, nice and slowly, all the way to the tips of the toes. And as you go, you're just going to notice how the body's feeling today. You're going to notice any points of tension, anything that might feel a bit achy. Maybe there's parts of your body that normally ache that feel good today. Just acknowledge how you're feeling. But don't try to change anything. Just acknowledge those feelings and move on. When you finish your body scan, just now bring that attention to the breath and just notice that rise and fall of the breath. Where are you feeling it today? Perhaps in the chest, perhaps in the diaphragm. And if you can't feel it at all, just bring the hand, one hand or both hands, to the belly or one to the chest, and just see if you can now feel that breath moving as you inhale and exhale. And just let the attention rest on that breath. And just remembering throughout today's practice that it's normal for the mind to wander. Each time you catch yourself thinking, Acknowledge those thoughts, acknowledge that you're thinking, and then let them go and bring that attention back to the breath or back to the movement that we're doing at the time. Just really trying to be present in the class just for 30 minutes. Settling that mind and body. And now we'll just start going with a little bit of movement. Just sit yourself up tall, maybe wiggle forwards in the chair slightly. Drop the hands either side, and we'll just start with a gentle sway just to get that body moving. Dropping the body one way, and then the other. Just small to begin with. And then if you want to, you can reach all the way down to the floor. Or you can just keep it nice and small. And just remembering throughout today's class that you don't have to do everything. Just joining in with what you can and what you feel that you can today. You can adapt any of the movements. You can make them slightly harder. You can make them easier. You can do them one-sided. You don't have to do anything at all. You can just sit and watch if there are moments where you don't want to join in. Just make this class for you and do the best that you can today. And we'll just gently bring that sway back to centre and bring the hands back into the lap. We'll start with some head rolls now, so we're just going to drop the ear to the shoulder and then round with the head, chin to chest, all the way to the other side, and then up and over, just gently, and then keep that going in one direction to begin with. You can do this in your own time, remember. You can speed it up a little bit if I'm going too slowly, or you can slow it down if you've got points of tension that you want to ease into and stretch out for a moment. And you can keep the eyes closed or open throughout the movements today. It's up to you. Maybe a mixture of the both. And then take the head back the other way now, reversing the circle. As big or as small as you like. This class can be what you want it to be. Maybe you're here for mobility, stretching. Maybe you're here to relax and calm the body. Maybe you're here for a bit of a challenge. Maybe this is something that you've never done before and you just want to test that body and make yourself more flexible. And now bring that head back to centre. We're going to move onto the shoulders now. We're going to inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, we're going to roll them down the back. Again, inhale up. And exhale down. Again, you can take this in your own time. If you want to speed it up a bit, you don't have to go with the breath if you want to make it quicker. It's just a nice way to incorporate that breath into your movements. You can make them smaller rolls if you prefer. And then let's take it back the other way so they're coming up to the ears and down the front now. using that breath. One more. And relax. Give them a little wiggle out if they need it. Let's keep those hands on the legs or place them on the knees if they weren't there already. We're going to take our cat-cow. So we're going to inhale. Look up to the ceiling. As you exhale, you're going to round that spine. Bring the chin to chest. Curve through the body. And then inhale up. And exhale, release. Again, in your own time here. You don't have to match my pace. Just use your breath to keep that movement going. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale to curve. Let's take one more. Inhale up. And exhale, curve. And then just rolling back up through the spine, head comes up last. And we're going to take a full roll down through the body now. If you don't feel comfortable coming all the way down over the legs, just bow the head and stay here. Otherwise, we're taking the chin to chest and rolling down each vertebrae of the spine, one by one, until you're hanging over those legs. When you reach here, just let those arms hang heavy, let the head hang heavy. Maybe give that head a shake, no. And yes. And then just relax that head and slowly roll back up through the spine. Head will come up last, take your time here. And return to center. We're going to drop those arms either side and we're just going to take a few breaths with a bit of arm movement. So we're going to inhale, bring the arms overhead. The palms are going to meet overhead. As you exhale, they come down through to heart center. And then release either side. So inhale overhead. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. And drop them to the sides. 3 more times, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, big inhale. And exhale, palms to heart center. And release. We're going to take a couple of twists now. So we're going to bring those arms overhead just as we have done inhaling. As you exhale, the palms come to heart center. And then we're going to take the right elbow to the left knee for a twist. We're going to push that elbow into the knee and take ourselves around to the side, keeping those palms together if you can. It does not matter where you are. If you can't reach those the elbow and the knee together, then just get as far as you can towards that knee. If you're touching the knee, push that elbow into the knee to push you round. And just take the gaze wherever's most comfortable for your neck. I find that just facing the side is the best option, but it may be different for everyone. And bring it back to that breath. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And on the exhale, release the arms and come back to center. And we'll take that again on the other side, dropping those hands either side. Big inhale overhead. Exhale, bring it down to heart center. And this time the left elbow comes to the right knee. Taking your option here. Pushing around as far as you can. Gaze wherever's comfortable for you. One more inhale here. And exhale, release. And roll it back up to center. Drop those arms either side. We're going to take it into what I call the flow. We're going to breathe in, arms come overhead. As you exhale, you're either coming all the way over the legs or just bowing the head. Up to you. Inhale, you come up halfway, either taking the hands to the knees or the arms can come out to the side. It's up to you again. Exhale, come back over those legs. And then for one breath, you're going to roll up through the center and come back to seated. Again, I'm going to take through the bow of the head option now, but inhale overhead. Exhale, either all the way over the legs or just bow the head. Inhale, halfway, flatten that back, arms to the knees or out to the side. Exhale, release, or bow the head again. And one breath, you're going to roll back up to center. Bringing that head up last. 2 more times, inhale overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Breathing as you come up, back to center. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One breath to roll up. Back to center. Lovely. Before we move on to those legs, let's take a big breath in for a side stretch. Reach it all the way up and over. Use the arm of the chair to lean on if you need to. You could always drop that arm for a deeper stretch down the side. Lovely. Take a big breath in. As you do that, take it up and over to the other side, stretching through the opposite side of the body now. Arms either resting on the arm of the chair or down by your side. The gravity is going to pull you down to take a deeper stretch in the side of the body. Take whichever option is best for you. And then inhale, back to center. And we're going to move on to the lower body now. So we're going to just come forward in the seat slightly. We're going to pick up that leg either underneath the thigh or you can hold above the shin, just under the knee. Up to you, whichever option is more comfortable. We're going to take some hip circles. I personally find the hip circles easier with the arms under the thigh, as your arms don't need to stretch so far. Now you can make these really big, bringing that knee all the way into the chest. And release down, or you can just keep them small. Again, whichever option is best for you today. Just make sure it's working. And let's take it back the other way, up and over. Trying to keep that body up nice and tall still. Nice big movement, really getting those hips working. One more this way. And then we're going to keep the leg up, but just let it kind of hang heavy so it's just off the floor, and we can take some circles with the foot now, drawing circles with the toe. Again, as big a movement as you can in one direction to begin with. And then when you're ready, back the opposite way. Maybe take this moment to bring that attention back to the breath. Keeping yourself present in the room. And then we're going to pick that leg up, squeeze the knee as high as you can into the chest, and we're going to take it to our pigeon pose. Now the aim for this pose is to get the ankle over the knee. You've got a nice figure of 4 stretch here. If you can't get that ankle over the knee, then maybe just cross the knees, or you can also cross the ankles. So take whichever option's best for you. We're going to sit up tall. We're going to drop those arms either side and take a big breath in. And as you exhale, relax the body and the arms forwards over that leg. So you feel a nice stretch in the glute and the hip. Take that body as far forward as you can. And really take this opportunity to use the breath to deepen your stretch. So each time you exhale, can you go any further into that stretch? We'll take one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, roll yourself up. Release the leg and just give it a little wiggle side to side. And we'll do the same on the other side. Picking that leg up wherever's comfortable for you, sitting up tall. Nice big circles with the hip to begin with. Lovely, and then back the other way. Keep yourself up nice and tall. And then let that leg hang a bit heavy as we take it to the ankle, drawing circles with the toe. Lovely. And then back in the opposite direction. And then we're going to squeeze that knee high into the chest and then cross that leg into our pigeon pose, whichever option you're taking today. Sitting up tall, we drop the arms, we breathe in overhead. We exhale, drop those arms forward, body forwards, deepen into that stretch. Focus on that breath. Lovely, one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, roll up, release the leg, and give it a little wiggle side to side. Okay, let's take it into our hamstring stretch. We're going to come right forwards in the seat here. Keep the left leg bent. We're going to extend that right leg out. Lean on that bent leg. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, we're going to come forwards over that leg, leaning on the bent one. This may be enough for you, that stretch down the back of the leg. But if you want a deeper stretch, you can reach an arm down towards the toe, maybe down towards the floor, and hold it here. If the deeper stretch is a little bit too much, just move between the two nice and slowly, so you're getting a bit of that deeper stretch without holding it for quite as long. It's more of a dynamic moving stretch. And just breathe through it. Try to hold for as long as you can. Lovely. And on your next inhale, sit yourself up nice and tall, draw the leg in, and swap sides. That left leg's coming out now. We inhale at the top. We exhale, we come forwards for a nice deep stretch down the back of the leg. Reaching that arm forward if you wish. Otherwise, just keep them both on that supporting leg. Bring it back to that breath. And inhale back to center, drawing the leg in. Okay, we're going to take one more stretch before we finish. We're going to take our eagle pose. So the arms are going to come out to the side. We're going to cross the right arm over the left arm. And you're going to intertwine the elbows and you're going to wrap those arms around. So you're trying to get the front of the palms to meet. Here's how it looks from the side. You've got options here. You can just try and bring those elbows and wrists together. You can try and just get the backs of the palms together, keeping those elbows as close as you can. Try not to let them hold out here. Draw them in. Otherwise, wrapping them right round. Think about pushing those elbows into the air and drawing the shoulders down to create a nice stretch across the top of the back. And again, just breathe as you hold the stretch. And on your next exhale, just release those arms down. Roll out the shoulders if you need to. And we're going to do that one more time. This time, bringing the left arm over the right arm. Take your option, remember. Elbows up, shoulders down, and breathe. One more breath here. And on your exhale, just release the arms and roll the shoulders back. Just wrap those arms around you. Give yourself a squeeze. Have a little twist side to side. Have a little sway, whatever feels nice for you. One more squeeze before we release. And I know that I said that was the last stretch, but let's just take a counter stretch. Pop those arms behind you, clasp the hands, and push that chest up towards the ceiling and draw those arms down and back, just to take it off the back of the shoulders a little bit and take it into the chest. Should feel a stretch across the front of the body here. Slight gaze to the ceiling. Take one big breath in with me. And exhale, release the arms. Come and find a lovely, comfortable position in your chair, moving back in the chair if you were forwards. Relax into the back of the chair. Feet on the ground if you can. Hand resting in the lap. And let's close down the eyes. Or take the gaze towards the floor. Just take one big deep breath with me. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And now we're just going to take a few minutes to be mindful of the body and the breath. Just start by letting that breath return to normal. And letting that mind return to the rise and fall of that breath. You could also think about relaxing into that chair on every exhale of breath. Just feel yourself going a little bit deeper, letting those muscles relax. remembering each time the mind wanders, just acknowledge those thoughts, let them go, and bring the attention back to the breath. If it helps you to focus, perhaps count the breaths. 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, 3 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, and so on, up to a count of 10. And then restart again at 1. Keeping it coming back to that breath every time. Each time the mind wanders, bringing it back to the breath. And now just letting go of that attention on the breath. I want you to bring to mind one thing that you're grateful for today. This may be something very big, maybe it's something very small. But whatever it is, just keep it in your mind for a moment and notice how it makes you feel. And now just bringing that attention back to the body and any contact you may feel. Become aware of the room around you. Notice any sounds around you. And then just start to wiggle the fingers and toes just to get a little bit of movement back into the body. And bring the palms together at heart center and bow the head. Let's take one more breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me. If you wish to take a little bit more time to be mindful and meditate, then do so and don't rush up. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you.